There's a very small part of me that thinks, oh my god, wow, I cannot believe that it's went this far. And the more rational part of me, the other 99%, is thinking, yep, this sounds about right, what's happened. And honestly, I think NICKMERCS got off very lightly for what he said compared to what other people have said and what their punishment has been for speaking the truth. Now, NICKMERCS responded to this tweet that you're seeing on screen right now, saying they should leave little children alone, that's the real issue. Then it was followed up with a little part two, I suppose you can say, in a 1 minute long snippet from his live stream, him was basically going more into depth with his own tweet. So let's watch that.
Simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet. Okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm gonna stand by what I said. I'm not gonna delete the tweet. I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response. And I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that, but
So to summarise it pretty much, Nick Mertz believes that when it comes to the whole birds and the bees talk, that he believes that when his children are old enough, that him and his wife would want to give him the talk and leave it at that. He doesn't want his children going into school at the age of 5 or 6 and having, let's be honest, groomers and paedophilics within the LGBT community coming into the school that his children are going to and starting to explain how some bees like bees, some birds like birds, some birds want to become bees, some bees want to become birds, some birds want to transition into bees so they can like other bees, some bees want to transition into birds so they can like other birds, and so on and so forth. He doesn't want that being farguard upon his children, and he's not the only father out there who is thinking this. Every single parent, for the most part, do not want this absolute paedophilic behaviour being, as I said, farguard upon their children, and absolutely rightfully so, because it is nothing shy of groomer behaviour. Now, you would have thought with him putting out the biggest W statement on Twitter that day that in some backlash it would have ended there. Of course it didn't. Of course Call of Duty had to come out because he's one of the biggest faces in Call of Duty, and he's also a member of FaZe as well, which I'm just going to say I'm surprised that FaZe hasn't collapsed yet, but anyway, that's not the point of this video. So Call of Duty have tweeted out saying this: due to recent events, we have removed the NICKMERCS operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. I don't know what it is about companies that just cannot wrap their head around that people don't want fucking pride on the things that they like to use and play and buy and yada yada, consume and everything else in between. Like, they just don't absolutely fucking want it. They don't. And I don't know what in their PR team or their resource team or what, whoever was in charge of this went, Phil, he's put that tweet out, let's just completely remove him because we're so scared of these people giving us backlash for supporting someone who said something like that is about as spicy as salt against the LGBT people. It is absolutely beyond mind-blowing. And a lot of people are starting to bud like Call of Duty, and rightfully so, because if they can assault women in a workplace, then if they're willing to support, the idea that this behaviour is acceptable in schools, then in my opinion, then Call of Duty is a bunch of pedos as well, the people that work there, who are pretty much defending that business practice within schools, which I find to be absolutely disgusting as well. I've seen two sides of the argument that, the LGTV, blah blah blah, ABCDEFG people are just full of absolute groomers and just pretty much pedos all around. Then you've got a Twitter account which a lot of people back, and there's a lot of people who know about these called Gays Against Groomers, who are basically people who fought for their basic human rights as gay people, and once they accomplished that, they put down their swords and went home. They went, we've achieved what we've set out to be, to get, essentially. Let's leave it at that. We've got all equal rights. Let's stop there. However, with the vast majority of people within this little cancerous community, they decided that equal rights is not enough, and they wanted to push for more rights over others. And I've heard a lot of people saying that, it's not everyone's bad within the LGBT community, and there's also, everyone is bad within the community, and in my honest opinion, it all just needs to go because it has gone beyond too far at this point in these lot. It honestly has. This might be a little bit of a kind of cringy thing to compare it to, but this kind of when it comes to this argument, it reminds me of that scene out of, was it Captain America Winter Soldier, where director Nick Fury wants to try and save S.H.I.E.L.D. even though it's been hijacked by Hydra, and Captain America says, no, you know, if Hydra goes, S.H.I.E.L.D. goes, it all goes, it cannot continue to go forward. And that's how I feel about these people who are pushing a propaganda upon children. Sadly, it has been it's been hijacked by these absolute pedos. There's no other way to say it. I'm not saying everyone within the community is like that, but I'm sorry, but the vast majority have become just absolute groomers with absolute horrific intent to go forward, and I think there's no saving the flag and the community behind it. I think it needs to be taken down once and for all because they've become absolute beyond authoritarians. You can't say jokes, you can't criticise them, you can't pull them up when they've done something horrific without getting arrested or having your entire career ruined or being headhunted or even physically assaulted at this point, and it's become an absolute beyond joke. It all needs to go. I actually saw a video recently of, I think it's American soldiers having to put up the pride flag and salute it, which in my opinion is just fucking sad, to say the least. It is fucking sad that is what it's come to, and the flag to me just represents Hydra in my honest opinion, and you know what I mean by that. It honestly is. The fact that someone can put a little tweet like that and just get absolutely wiped off the board is just fucking disgusting. It really does just boil my piss essentially, and it needs to go. It all needs to go. Maybe the people who are genuinely innocent within the gay community can start over and bring something new again, but most likely it'll just get hijacked. Really will do. There was a little meme that I also saw recently that explains this as well, that you have the left wing, you have the right wing, then you have the person who's sitting on the fence in the middle. And the little meme was a left wing person pushing the guy in the middle sitting on the fence over, knocking him flying on his face over to the right wing's side. Therefore, he's now on the right wing side, and all the left wing people are going, whoa, what was that for? Why have you joined the right wing? What did we ever do to you? Even though they're the ones that pushed them over there. And that's how I feel about the LGBT people. They're starting to get to the point now where anyone criticises them, calls them out for their absolute scumbag behaviour, that they throw, oh, you're homophobic, you're a Nazi, you're disgusting, you're this and that, and so on and so forth. And it's getting to the point now where people are just like, yeah, and what? I don't agree with what you're doing. I'll happily wear that label. But again, all these words getting thrown about have lost their meaning, because anytime someone criticises these people, it's just the same. Nazis, fascists, you know, homophobic, discriminatory behaviour, you know, yada yada, so on and so forth. It all needs to go. It cannot continue to go forward. I'm getting sick to death of seeing it everywhere. I'm sick to death of companies pushing it upon us, and companies, you know, attacking their own customer base because of defending these disgusting people. It needs to go. It honestly. Anyway, I'll wrap the video up there. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. If you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, it'll be greatly appreciated. We're only 7 subs away from 800. If we can reach that by the end of the month, that would be awesome. Hopefully we can hit 1,000 by the end of the year. If you want to leave a comment down below, as I said, if you agree or disagree, or you think I missed anything important, I'll reply to it instantly as well. And my Twitter is in the description, @TV High Roller. But yeah, I love yous all, and as always, keep on rolling. See yous!